What's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Does Boxing with another one. We got a recap on this one right here. News, on touch on breakdown. Before I want to salute everybody through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. Feel free to tap into the social media, scroll across the bottom, tap into the website. It's all good. Feel free to hit me up in the comment section. Feel free to tap in, ask any questions. Good. Get into it, man. We're gonna talk about this fight we had, of course, with the man. We're gonna speak on all that for sure. And then I got some good news and notes for you guys, some good information, like always, that you guys can use. If something you need to ask or something, feel free to tap in. It's all good. D1, what's good with you, bro? Salute. So we're gonna go back to last Pro Box. Had another solid card there. Gomez got a nice knockout. The young kid, he remains undefeated. You know what I'm saying? I like him though, from Puerto Rico. He's solid, good southpaw. Freddie Rojas, he had a tough fight. He really didn't look that good. He didn't have his whole training team over there as well, because K. Corona was in the with Michaela Mayer. So I don't know, but he didn't look good. He looked better in the fights I've seen him previously. He fought on Showbox card in September. I think it was Frank Martin's card. He had real good. I'm like, but he is tough, rugged veteran that punch. So that's what it was. But hopefully he can bounce back from that. He got the decision. He won the fight, but that's why scores. You know what I'm saying? 99-1. It wasn't that fight. 98-92 definitely wasn't that. So he can go back to the drawing board for sure. But he Jordan Ben Israel, what's good with you? Salute. Good. Moving on. So the main event, it was a fight going to it. You had two undefeated. I think they probably like French contenders. I won't call it suspects, even though they haven't really fought on a big platform. But Feliciano versus Williams, this is a good fight going in. As far as what happened in the ring, I mean, it was the hand speed of Williams. I mean, he dropped him, I think, in the second round. It was a quick combination. That shit's fast. I had to watch some replay myself. But for the rest of the fight, it was speed. Feliciano was tough. He came to the fight, you know what I'm saying? His head was just right there in the middle, and he was out the way. So it was like shit. You know what I'm saying? So man, it was a great performance actually. And in that division, 140 pounds, you always. That's a good performance. A lot of people was able to see it. Williams is kind of under the radar. He don't have a lot of fights on TV, but when he's been impressive. He had a knockout victory over Cristiano. He dropped him a couple of times, hurt him real bad, and they stopped the fight. And so Williams moved on. He won a WBA regional title in this fight, so that can maybe get him a bigger fight down the line. Oh yeah, both ladies. I thought Mayer won the fight, but it was cool. Real good fight. Start the year. Here's another fight right here. You know, under the radar, but Cyborg had her fight. She scored a real first round knockout, one punch with a right hand over the top, and she stopped Kelsey Westrom. So, you know, Chris Cyborg is a wild card. You know, money she brings to the table as far as big fights and stuff like that, but she is a big name. She's one of the biggest names in boxing, honestly, because she can get her fans from the MMA world. But yeah, that playing a big right hand over the top, and that was a wrap. So yeah, so moving to this one. So this is the main card of the weekend: Jonas versus Mayer. Just go over some results. Jeffers, he got a he good though. He's solid. He beat Jermaine Brown. she knocked down and got a victory. She fights at featherweight, so that's Amanda Serrano. She's an Olympian. She's gonna be knocking it for a title pretty soon. If Amanda Serrano all the top ladies at featherweight, you know what I'm saying, she gonna stay there for a while. Arkansas going. He picked up a victory. The McKenna kid, I like him solid. He took a late placement, and the guy he was fighting was like he was a bigger opponent. He stopped. Jack Cullen and Shelley, they was Shelley dominated the fight to me. You know what I'm saying? I thought he won the first fight. Cullen, I don't really didn't much. I don't know if it was a game plan. Shelley was kind of awkward and shit. So Shelley got the victory. Maybe he can move on to 168. Maybe rematch Jeff. The main event though, I enjoyed the fight, honestly. Just watching it as a fan, I thought it was a great fight, you know. She actually started well. The first round, I think it was a clear round, and then Michaela got the second. I thought it was kind of flip-flopping rounds until maybe like after the fifth. I thought Michaela kind of some people call it robbery. It is, but to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get into all. I'm just sitting back enjoying the fight as a fan. But I thought Michaela was doing the other work. You know, for fights, I try not to judge it from its entirety. Now it's 2 rounds, so 2-minute rounds, so it can be kind of tricky because Natasha Jonas was having the better work like the first 45 seconds of the round, and then Michaela win the rest of the round. So what do you for? So I like to give credit to the round, and I thought it was some close rounds in there, but I thought Michaela was actually winning rounds on the stretch. I like how she was pushing Natasha Jonas back along. Worked her down the stretch, to be honest. I thought Jonas landed the bigger shots. I like her counter punching. Her movement was straight, but then she started to sit on the ropes and kind of hold and stuff like that. And I felt like so it's a good fight. You know, when you go over there and fight on the road, you already know what time it is. So you think she got I actually so it is what it is. Natasha did fight well. It wasn't a one-way action. I just felt like Michaela she dug that fight out. You know what I'm saying? And she did something different than she did in the Alicia Baumgartner fight. Both ladies, Baumgartner and Maya, left some meat on the bone in that fight. They both cruised like, I don't know, they ain't act like they ain't finished the fight strong. But in this fight, Michaela finished strong, so she kind of left a stamp on the fight. You know what I'm saying? She fought with a sense of urgency, in my opinion, down the stretch. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what's next. I'm going to talk about what's next, too. Just doing the building. What's good with you? D-Free in the building. Salute to you. What's good? Yes, sir. Appreciate it, brother. So what's next? Starting with Natasha Jonas. She's the IBF champion. She got some politics at play. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we want to see the rematch. So I think the rematch is warranted. I know Michaela don't have a rematch clause. Natasha Jonas did. So maybe she'll give her a rematch. But the way she was talking, she wanted to unify the division. And taking a look at the welterweight division, you got 2 other champions. Jessica McCaskill, she's the WBC and WBA. She has her WBC mandatory, April the 20th against Ivana Harbison. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, she signed with Matchroom, but Matchroom didn't win the purse bid. That fight in April against Harbison is going to Croatia. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And when we talk about like Eddie Hearn, like looking out for his fighters and stuff, that's a prime example if he really want to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? You got a well known fighter, you know what I'm saying, long reigning champion and Jessica McCaskill. She gotta go to Croatia. You know what I'm saying? When the last time we seen a fight in Croatia? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about Drazen Petrovic out this bitch, and she gotta go over there and fight. So that just let you know. So maybe she can get the winner of that fight. That's solid. She can fight for 3 belts right there. The other champion we have is Sandy Ryan. She's with Matchroom. She's gonna have a fight coming up sometime in the spring. She's actually in Vegas right now training. So, it's exactly that mandatory to do. So I don't know. I'm saying for Natasha Jones as far as unifying, she has a good fighter in her stable on boxing. Price, Olympic gold medalist. That may be what they do next. To me, I would prefer a rematch with Michaela Mayer before they do. Price can fight. I'm not stuff from her. But I think if we gonna give us this fight, you know what I'm saying? Michaela, now her option, no, it's a little different. You know, I prefer to get a title shot at 47. Sandy Ryan, I think Sandy Ryan is training for. That may be a conflict. Training with Kate Karama as well. I mentioned, so I don't know about that one. Then I spoke on Jessica McCaskill, and maybe get it. I don't know. If she a free agent, if in that fight, and she a free agent, maybe that's a good fight that they can do in the U.S. between McCaskill and McCaskill. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. Right now, if she's gonna fight for a world title, I'm thinking she gotta go up to 50. Up there, Terry Hart, Matchroom. I would say that won't gonna happen, but I ain't gonna rule out nothing. Women's boxing, they can make that fight. Michaela Mayer versus Terry Harper. Terry Harper, and then you got Emma Kuzin. She's a WBC. She just beat Hannah Rankin, and everyone has options on her, so he can control her next fight. You know, Frank, Bob Arum, you know what I'm saying? They making fights, they friends and shit. Maybe can fit for Michaela and Kuzin. So that should be the number one option if she won a world title. If she want to stay at 47 and try to get the big fights or bigger fights, then that's cool too. And then champion, 2-division champion, Femke Hermans. She's the IBF champion. I think that would be a solid fight for Michaela too. She probably can bring that over here because Hermans don't have a promotional backing. You know what I'm saying? So Top Rank can probably get that. So it's some options out there, but I think the most the options that most fans want to see is running that shit. That's what it is. That's my right there. It was a great fight though. With the sister, yeah. I thought she won both fights, honestly. Andrew Gray, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. I appreciate you know the fit. What's good? Alright, we're gonna move on to some notes, some shit, you know. So feel free to ask any questions. If it's something off topic, feel free, yo. If it's, I don't care, just ask the question. It's all good. So this right here, 5 versus 5 type shit. I know there's a lot of people talking about what's going on in Saudi Arabia. I ain't really tripping off of it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a different stage in my shit. The fights, if it's available on, so if it's over there, over here, I don't care. They make the fight, I'm rocking. It really don't matter to me because I go to the fights, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that's complaining about this shit, I don't never see them. And I'm all for the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, but this is actually cool. I've been thinking about why don't promoters do this once a year? Like, get your best. It don't have to be your bull. Get your 5 against their 5. I like it though. because it's actually opened up for bigger fights because everybody always complains. There's a lot of people just fans of one promotion networking, and when you talk about making cross promotional fights, that's a problem, and all this, and all that. I actually think this is good. I don't know who I would pick if it was up to me. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. But Frank Warren versus Eddie Hearn, those guys haven't been on the best of terms, and they're gonna do a 5-versus-5 on the event. They're gonna announce the fights during fight week of AJ and Ngannou. I like it though. It's something different. Hopefully, imagine if PBC did it against Top Rank, or Golden Boy versus Top Rank, or Golden Boy versus Matchroom. It don't, man. I think all of them, they can all mix and match. You don't gotta put your best fighters and your cash cows in this, but there's some good fights you can make. You know what I'm saying? So I like it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm pro boxing. So when I hear somebody turn down boxing, I get in their chat and big up boxing and bring us some shit that they don't talk about, and they be like, oh, they have to rethink it because they ain't really tapped into boxing like that. They just tapped into the popular shit. So if something don't happen, like I fuck with Deontay, I feel like this shit was crazy what happened to him. But also too, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there and say shit, you know. I thought he should have won the fight, regardless of all the other stuff that was against him, because it was stuff against him before, and he overcame that, and he made me a believer. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something off topic. But yo, I like this though. I think they should do more of this. You know what I'm saying? Even the small promoters. I understand that if they don't do it because they got to protect your investment, but shit, nah, fuck it, it's cool. Especially the fights that the fans want. Do a poll, and we vote on that shit, then you give it to us, because we don't want supporting your guys' brand and shit. So it is what it is. But I like the idea. D-Lo in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. They're calling the Cuban fighters. They pay well. Well, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I don't got no problem with it. If they shady, then they ain't the first motherfuckers in boxing that been shady. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? We're moving on though. So right here you got Richardson Hitchens, and at the bottom you got Gustavo Lemon. He's a former mandatory challenger at for the IBF at 135 lightweight. He got stripped of that position because he had a comeback fight. It was like a catch weight, and he came in like 8 pounds overweight. So the IBF stripped him of that position to order Kambosos versus Lomachenko was the two highest available opponents. That's how we got that fight for the title so fast. If people wondering, because it's supposed to be Gustavo Lemon versus Kambosos. They was the two leading contenders. So now we fast forward. Gustavo Lemon had a comeback fight in December. You know what I'm saying? Got an early knockout. So the IBF put him in their new rankings at 140. He's like number 8. Now Hitchens and Lemon's supposed to fight. It was supposed to be Hitchens versus Catterall. They postponed the purse bid like 3-4 times, and this time it wasn't Hitchens pulling out of it. It was Catterall. Catterall pulled out of negotiations because he wanted to fight Josh Taylor and running back. That's a bigger fight over there, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? Now Richardson Hitchens has turned down eliminators before, and we heard him talk about not wanting to fight in the IBF because of 10-pound weight clause and all this. And people think he's scared of Matisse. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that man. I can't say. But this is actually a solid fight. They talking about doing this April the 6th on a Matchroom show. Don't got a venue or nothing like that. But it's a solid fight actually. And I think this is a fight where Hitchens can really display his offensive talent, because this kid Lemon is coming to fight. He's from Argentina. He's tough and rugged, but he's solid though. He can punch. So you got to be switched on, all that good shit, and be, tapped in. So it's a solid fight. I would prefer Catterall fight, but I see what Catterall trying to do. And I take it though. You know what I'm saying? If this leads to him fighting Matisse at the end of the year, I take it. So y'all stay tuned for an announcement for that. Pacheco's supposed to be on the undercard too. He got a tough fight if it goes through. Here's another one that came out last week. Sandor Martin signed with Top Rank. So actually a smart move, honestly. And it's really, I seen that shit coming a mile away. Since Sandor Martin, he fought Teofimo December of 2022, right? Since then, Top Rank, ESPN Plus been showing his promoters fights on their platform. So they showed like 3 or 4 shows on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking like, why are they showing they shit? Because his promoter, OPI 82, they was with Matchroom. If y'all remember, Matchroom was having shows in Spain for a minute, and then all of a sudden they stopped. So I'm thinking, I'm putting 2 and 2 together, adding it up. It actually makes sense. You know what I'm saying? His stablemate is Francisco Patera. He fought Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, okay, they're doing business with this guy. That's cool. So they signed Sandor Martin. Actually made sense. They lost 2 key guys at 140. They can be potential opponents for Teofimo. Barbosa went to Golden Boy and Jose Ramirez. So they are who Teofimo gonna fight hypothetically. He already fought him, but who he gonna fight? That's one. The biggest thing is he's the WBC mandatory for Devin Haney. That's a big fight. Big, big time. That's big time right there if you can get it. Now, the reason why he's in this position because he was a mandatory for Regis Prograis. When Haney petitioned to the WBC to fight Prograis, he had those guys don't understand they got to fight Sandor Martin. Now the WBC haven't ruled when the fight going to be. They'll give him some leeway. If Devin Haney go make a big fight with a big name, you ain't gonna hear nothing about the WBC jumping in and trying to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like his options is running thin. We know he's not gonna get Tank. He's not gonna get Ryan. He ain't gonna get all the other big fights he wants. You know what I'm saying? He might as well just get this out the way and then, maybe something bigger. Because he always going to be in the running for big fights. Because Devin Haney is one of the best that we have in boxing. So, also, too, this move is interesting because maybe Top Rank can, do some more business with the Haneys and maybe do a little quick 2-fight deal. Get this one out the way. Sandor Martin in the summertime and then have a fight already in place for Haney versus Teofimo at the end of the year. I think that's actually smart business right there because that's those guys been circling each other for years and they never had no deal, no contract, nothing like that in place. Maybe Sandor Martin is the key piece to get that deal in place. He did it before with Kambosos. Kambosos was necessary to get Lomachenko. He never had an opportunity to get Lomachenko's name on a piece of paper to sign a contract, but with Kambosos, it's pretty much, I'm saying? That's what happened. It played out just like, I'm saying? So maybe they do something like that. I don't know. We'll still. I think it said I'll be next. He can rhyme. I kind of one out the other because I said fight December 16th, a week after Devin Haney and Prograis. You know what I'm saying? You at the stage. You know what I'm saying? And then this move right, I ain't gonna outbid or do this to get Devin Haney, but you have somebody solid behind. It's an interesting move though. Here's my next one. So, versus Michael Zamora, ordered by the WBA again. Last year they was trying to make Lara versus Danny Garcia. I don't know why that fight didn't happen. I've been waiting for that fight too. It didn't come through, probably because PBC lost, Showtime, and they stopped. They ain't been doing. They haven't did a fight since December, and the next one not going to be into March. So, yeah, I don't know. So that fight is off now. Zarafa is back in play. They got 30 days to negotiate. Zarafa was going. He took step aside to allow Lara versus Garcia. Should never happen. So he won his spot. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Because it's very quiet on the PBC side. good or bad, however you want to take it, it is what it is for me. So I want to, because I feel like I want to see what's going to happen, and I'm interested, but it's been real quiet. So we'll see if they can just make that fight outright, or we go the purse bid. Zarafa is Australian. I don't know if he's not the biggest name down there. He got a good name down there, so maybe they bringing that fight down there, or they got the backers. I don't know, but yeah, we should learn about this pretty soon. Here's another one. This one is another WBA. They ordered this fight. This is actually a good one. Martin Bakole versus Cassius Chaney. Both guys about 6. You know what I'm saying? 250 plus, tall guys that can punch. This is that they eliminated. And we're not sure they'll be the mandatory too, because they know it's a heavyweight. But I don't think it's gonna be for Usyk. I think it'll be for one man, Kubrat Pulev. This can be a good fight. We'll see. We'll see how Cassius this against Trevor Bryant, but he started to get tired. If he was in some shape, because Cassius Chaney got tired. So this is WBA eliminated. Here's another fight that they ordered. So at top you got Kazuko Oka, draw with fan, 4th division world champion, very technically sound. He nice with it, for real. And Scrappy Ramirez at the bottom. So Scrappy is a mandatory. He's with Golden Boy. They ordered this fight. They got a 30-day deadline. They're just trying to make this fight for March. Maybe a Zerdo's card, or maybe if they can't get it in March, maybe do it, sometime April or something like that. But this is it's interesting because it's a nice little. He is upcoming. He's been looking good in his last couple of fights. He had some fights where he didn't look so good, but his last fight, he was real good. He's an entertainer, so he can sell the fight. As far as that part, that's great. Oka is a technician. You know what I'm saying? He can fight. You know what I'm saying? He breaks. We'll see. This is good though. The vet versus the upstart, the up-and-coming upstart. I don't think Oka got fight. And I won't be surprised if Oka pulls out negotiations and vacates for a bigger fight. I would not be surprised. You know what I'm saying? I won't be surprised. Because that fights in that division that he go at. He vacated his title before another one. You got Estrada there. Him and Estrada, a legacy fight. It's a big time fight in that division. Or maybe Chocolatito. So it's on the outside, outskirts of the 4 kings in boxing. Sor Versailles, and you got Juan Francisco Estrada. I said Chocolatito Estrada. Chocolatito, Sor Versailles, Estrada, and Quadras. All 4 of those fight each other. You know what I'm saying? When you talk 4 kings do fight each other. They was talking about that shit at lightweight with all those guys. Those guys ain't fight each other for Loma. Was Devin even in the 4 kings? But he fought Cambosis. Cambosis. Loma. He fought Teofimo. He fought Devin Haney. The 4 kings, when they fight each other, they mix and match. All those guys have history. Ioka is on the outskirts of that. He never fights. So maybe he need those big names. So this fight actually through Ioka turned down. I seen him go press and fight other guys. Like he gave us Yunto Nakatani that fight, but he vacated to run back with because he had a fight in the 2022 with Joshua Franco. I thought Joshua Franco won that fight. Actually, it was a unification. So he had mandatory with back with Franco. He came into that fight as the challenger, and he beat Rematch. So I can do something like that again. See though, all politics of boxing. It's all over. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that heavyweight, welterweight. It's all over the sport. Like that though. I had Michaela Mayer win. I had 7 rounds to 3 for Mayer. Ken Mitch was good with you. Salute. Oh yeah. Those are the Kings. Yeah, they ain't never fight each other. Well, Tank and Ryan fought. Man, they're not even at 35 no more, so they can still make it happen. I like to see all of them miss a match, but it's crazy when they was making that. These guys have already had their series of fights and nobody talked about them. I like them though. They had a good series. Here's the next one. So this is the Under versus John Ryder. I like the main event. Ryder 68. It's a good fight on paper. We'll see how I look in the ring. And we're gonna break that down next week. But you guys, he's a co-main event defender this time. I like him. I think he's the best of 5 in my opinion. I want to see if he can try to unify that division, but he's back. He's with Kodo Promotions, co-promoted by Golden Boy. But I like him. He good. Darius Frigo. I like him too. He's an up. I think he can hit at 60 and 70. He fight Lantez Fox. They done take Lantez Fox. This guy right here who can fight. So you got 2 world title fights on this undercard, which is solid. Gabby Hershey, IBF champion at 100. Not her, with Golden Boy, co-promotional deal with Samson Boxing. She got Christina Cruz. Christina Cruz is one of the recognized American sport of boxing. She was an amateur for a long ass time. I think she like 41, 42. She's taking on Gabby. Gabby is nice with it. 5'9", all Paul throwing heat. She be throwing some shit. She had a great performance when she took the title from Machino. See, though, this good though for her. You know what I'm saying? I guess this fight put her line in the face. Her stablemate now, Marlena Esparza for Undisputed. They were supposed to fight in January. Actually, they were supposed to fight on my man's card, Virgil Ortiz card. It didn't come through. It didn't come to fruition. And here's the other fight. This is Christina Cruz. Christina Cruz can box and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think she'll be tricky in this fight. She got the experience over Gabby as far as boxing and being in the ring, but I don't know, bro. I don't know if she's gonna be able to deal with that height and reach. You know, Christina Cruz looked tall, but she actually about 5'5", 5'6". And you know what I'm saying? We know Gabby like 5'9", so that's gonna be a tough fight. David Picasso. So he's on the card. He's with boxing. He won an eliminator in the WBC at 122. So he got like a stay busy fight. You know what I'm saying? But Neri and anyway, that probably not gonna happen. Guy, he's probably gonna get some more fights. Daniel Garcia's on the card, young prospect. And here's the rest of that prospect. Cabrera, Connors, they just signed him. Johnny, they just signed him. Gregory card, you know what I'm saying? Got January 27th next week, so got a solid card coming up for you guys to tap into. Alright. So they announced this card right here for the undisputed heavyweight title fight. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. We've been waiting for this forever. This gonna be it's a big fight. You know what I'm saying? And now let me go back to some shit I talked about earlier when people down on Saudi and shit like that, bro. People pick and choose when they want to have a moral compass or something. When they want to well, shit gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? Or they should do this, or you should support that, or whatever it is. Man, boxing been corrupt. We love the sport because it's the unexpected shit. When we watch boxing, we never know what's gonna happen. We like our favorite fighters. Nobody be caring about, like, when shit was happening back in the day. Nobody cared how the fight got made and where it was at. Man, we just watch the fight and we can watch it. So that's just my thing. I just had to go back to that real quick because we haven't had an undisputed fight since what, November '99, some shit like that. A lot of people wasn't even born and shit since we had an undisputed champion. And what, 4 belt? We never had it in the 4 belt era. So at the end of the day, I don't care. This is me. I can't speak for nobody else or anybody like emotionally invested in shit. But for me, I don't care where the fight is. Just tell me how to watch. All right, so I had to get that out of my chest though. For the undercard fight, the undercard, it's solid. You got Jay Abataya. They gonna run it back with Mairis Briedis. Now it was some drama with this shit. They should have never stripped Jay Abataya of his IBF title. They stripped him right before the Day of Reckoning card. He went over there and went crazy, had a first round knockout. He was already had plans to face Briedis on this card anyway. So I don't understand why they stripped him, but it is what it is. So they stripped him. He came into the new IBF rankings at number 5. Briedis is the highest ranking guy at number 3. Zurdo is 4. They ordered Briedis versus Zurdo. Zurdo, he went another direction. He gonna fight for the WBA title sometime in March. So now you back to square one because you got to order the 2 highest available guys. Now the 2 highest available guys is number 3, Briedis, versus number 5, Abataya. Y'all should just... Now he gonna be he gonna be a 2-time champion where he never should have even lost the belt the first time. So y'all get it. But this still gonna be a good fight though, because the first fight was good. Now Abataya won the fight. He outboxed Briedis, but he had some issues in that fight. He had his jaw broken twice. Briedis was coming on strong in stretches, but Abataya was able to hang on and win the fight pretty clear. So we'll see. This might be Briedis' last hurrah. He been kind of inactive, so I like the fight though. Actually, it's a good fight. Bruce Gas in the building. What's good with you? Salute. I'm the LDTV. Salute. What's good with you? But you guys can see the undercard. You got Joe Cordina defending his IBF title against Anthony Kakashi. That's a solid fight. Cordina said this is his last fight at 130. He gonna vacate after this. If he win, he gonna vacate. If he lose, he out. He moved up to 135. So it's some guys getting in position to fight for the vacant title. You know what I'm saying? You got Romanov versus Nunes. They actually fight on the same day. I think they fight in Turkestan. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. Romanov versus Nunes. Ricardo, I think it's Ricardo Nunes. No, it's not Ricardo. But Nunes, the last part. I know his nickname is Sugar. I think Eduardo Nunes. That kid can punch. He got all knockouts. And then Romanov go crazy. And then Top Rank trying to do a title eliminator on their platform with Henry LeBron versus Charlie Suarez. So the winners will fight for the vacant IBF. So we'll see how Cordina look. If he's gonna be struggling to make the weight. I ain't like his performance in his last fight against Vasquez. So hopefully he can have a bounce back performance. They got Kovalev back on the card, back in the ring. He got a tough fight though. He's facing a guy 16-0 that can punch a little bit. We'll see. We haven't seen Kovalev in a while. Last time I heard about Kovalev, he had a PED issue. So I don't know. We'll see. The kid he's fighting, Robin Serwan. That kid, he can fight. He can win this fight. You got the good the Rose of the Tamil. I like him. You got the Olympic gold medalist Joe Loft. You got another Olympian, David Nikita from Australia. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, though. That's a solid card. So that's solid. Money, what's good with you? Salute. I ain't mad at it. Here's an AJ Ngannou card. This another one. It's okay. It's a good one. I already know about what's gonna happen to top AJ Ngannou. Zayn versus Parker. I like it. I like the fight. It's for the WO interim title. We know Parker was a former world champion, coming off the dominant performance against Deontay. As far as rounds and shit, it wasn't like he went crazy on him, but Wilder don't do nothing. Well, we can. You throw it in the air, we can call it a dominant performance. You know what I'm saying? But he won the fight pretty clear, and I like the Zayn fight. You know, we'll see if we have any after effects from the Wilder fight, because he was getting touched up in that fight, and the times he was getting touched up, he was kind of buzzed just a tad bit. It's a short turnaround. Zayn been off for a minute. Zayn coming off an injury. I think he had an injured hand. You know, because he was supposed to fight on one of these cards. I think he was supposed to fight on the Day of Reckoning card, but he was injured. So this is a good fight, though. Zayn got both guys got momentum. You know, Zayn is a big, heavy-handed puncher with surprisingly fast hands for a big guy, 6'6", 280. You know what I'm saying? And Parker, you know, Parker is a good boxer, smart. You know, he can do some stuff in the ring. You know, I always like the Parker. He's not like he was before, where he was more active. But he, you know, I like Parker solid. This is a good fight though. A good fight. Here's an unexpected fight on the card that I was not expecting. So Andrew Gray, appreciate it, bro. So we got Ray Vargas defending his WBC title against Nick Ball, the number one contender at featherweight. This is an unexpected fight because Vargas is working with PBC. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that shit work. It don't really bother me. You know what I'm saying? I like the fight. Shit, I like it. I was expecting Ray Vargas versus Brandon Figueroa though, because I felt like that fight already been in the works and shit. And that's what they talked about. But hey, this is a good one. This is a crazy style matchup because you got Ray Vargas is 5'11", you know what I'm saying? Tall. He a veteran. He can make the fight ugly. He throw a lot of punches and shit, but if you feel like he can also make the fight ugly. I can see him grabbing Nick Ball and tying him up and throwing 1-2s all night. If he get his range and distance, Ball, he ain't gonna have a chance in this fight. But Ball is like 5'2". He's a wrecking ball. You know what I'm saying? A little pit bull up in there. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He got a lot of momentum. If it's a fight in the trenches, I like him in the fight. But Ray Vargas, I think Ray Vargas gonna beat him. Honestly, we'll see though. Chamberlain versus Nguyen. That's a nice little UK fight. They put that on the card. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this card to me ain't better than the Fury and Usyk card. Maybe it's similar. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's alright. I was thinking they'll add one more though, make it better. But it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? Zayn and Parker, that one probably can be a main event on its own. So I'm with it. It's cool. So here's some cards that was announced. So this one is Salida Promotions. This is February the 20th. So, you know, when Showbox went out of business, they lost a platform. So Showbox was very important for the sport of boxing for the local promoters and small time promoters. Salida, Lou DiBella, Samson. You know what I'm saying? So they can showcase their talent on Showbox. They lost that platform with Showtime going out of business, but they done cut a deal with DAZN where they're gonna show like fights. I think this is on a Wednesday, which is cool. So they're gonna do like a monthly series with Salida Promotions to keep, you know what I'm saying, keep the young guys active. I like it though, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool. They're gonna start with their first card. Adriel Holmes versus Marlon Harrington. This is a good fight, actually. Holmes is, I think he like top 15 in the WBO at 154. Harrington is a good puncher. He had one setback, but he's a good fighter. I think he lost on Showbox, actually, against Marquise Taylor, I believe. But this is a good fight, though. Pretty much 50-50. Adriel Holmes, you know, he can look good in some fights, and some fights, you know, he look all right. I thought he lost his last fight, honestly, but we'll see. Then you got Ismailov. He's facing Norwood. Ismailov is a light heavyweight. He got some world rankings too. So that's what's up though. You know what I'm saying? One door closes, they can open up another one, start another series. Hopefully they don't. If they're gonna do it on Wednesday, hopefully they alternate their Wednesday because we got Pro Box already established every other Wednesday. So maybe they can get the Wednesday that they're not on. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they don't need to do two on these small shows. They don't need to bump heads. They can. It's enough room for those guys to alternate. Now on the weekends, I understand sometimes they can't do it, but I like it though. Yeah, he be hot and cold. Yeah, he do. He fought on Carissa Shields on the card the last fight in June. I didn't think he looked that good. And this is a prime example what I was talking about earlier, where they say that boxing is dead. It's a dying sport. Well, shit, they got another platform for fights. I look at the shit differently because I actually watch the fights, and I'm more in tune with the fights. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah. He can fight. I think he kind of like lose focus in fights, but he can fight. So when people say that, that shit kills me because it depends where you at with your boxing though. If you saying boxing is dead, you got to clarify it because I seen fights every weekend. Ever since the year started, I seen fights every weekend. What you saying? Oh, you want something else? You want the drama in it? Okay, you want sober shit? Okay, then you gotta go to you're at the wrong place. But that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Man, boxing ain't gonna never give us what we want when we want it. That's that history. The old heads be talking about these fights. They get those fights when they want it. Sugar Ray done dipped off on your ass for 3 years. He ain't give it to you in '84. He ain't give it to you when they was talking about the fight with that shit. He dipped on that shit for 3 years. Did his stuff. He say, "Oh, I got it." Cherry pick like a motherfucker. But they don't put that there. You know what I'm saying? They always say, back in the day, boxing was this. And we had guys fighting 27 times in April. That shit, though, they had politics in boxing as well. They had to deal with networks. They had all that shit. So when people tell me, and I hear boxing is dead, where you coming from in it? Is your favorite fighter not getting the fight he fight that you want him to fight? You know what I'm saying? It's not enough boxing on TV for you? Like, to me, that's like an insult because I cover the sport. You hit me up behind the scenes. I got loads of information on your ass. And like this fight happened. This fight happened. Where boxing dead at? You know what I'm saying? Is it dirty? Of course, it's dirty as fuck. But it's only dirty when it fits your narrative. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy to me. But I don't know. I love it. I think it's in good position. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because it all depends on what you're looking for. If you're just looking for the drama, then it's in great position because you got something to talk about every day because it's hella drama going down in boxing. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for the fights, you got that. There's a bunch of fights going down. If you're just going to limit yourself to 1 or 2 fighters and 1 or 2 divisions, that's on you. If you're not going to watch the card like this because you want to watch something on PBC, okay, cool. Wait for PBC to come out. I ain't waiting for no network or nothing like that or whatever. I'm going to watch boxing because I want to watch boxing because I love the sport. You know what I'm saying? I ain't waiting for this one. Or he ain't fighting. I ain't watching it. Or or boxing is dead because, some shit happened. But then over here, there's some crazy shit, some crazy stuff going down. We got some good fights coming up. Top ranked schedule for February is looking up. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy doing certain shit. PBC, they mad at PBC now. I'm always cool with whatever they do because you can't control it. If those guys not gonna tell us shit for the last minute, it really don't bother me too much because I know I'm gonna watch anyway. Now, it hurt me as far as behind the scenes shit because people be asking me, "Yo, when this guy gonna fight? Who's this guy gonna fight?" And I'm like, "Shit, I don't know." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, boxing ain't dead. Maybe the guys who say that, maybe they want to be, you know what I'm saying? They just don't understand it. Yeah, for sure it's not, yo. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. I got sure that they informed. So I like a lot. I used to be like watching fights, but now it's like now I cover the sport, and it's like I gotta watch all of it. Now I want more. That's just me, bro. Like they want these guys to fight all this time, man. I get if Sugar Ray Robinson his day of time, he back in the day, he, man, he was holding up promoters the day before the fight. Talking about, yo, I gotta, man, I'm gonna kill this guy. More money. They like, more money? I ain't going out there until I get more money. Imagine today with all this money thrown around. Man, Sugar Ray Robinson, y'all be treating Sugar Ray Robinson, treating the most hated fighter you have today. They use Sugar Ray Robinson as a reference point. Well, he fought 37 times in the first 6 months. So, yeah, fighters need to fight more often. Here in this time, he'll be fighting, yeah, maybe one. Because he'll demand a lot of money for his talent. Actually, so. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. So, yeah, man, I like this. So, start, stay active. It's cool. Here's the last one. Another card they didn't announce. This is Queensberry Promotions. Actually, they got some good fights. The Haney, you got Parker, McCann. I want to see how Joe Joyce look. Comeback fight, 2 knockout losses, 3. He came into the year as one of the guys to challenge for the world title, and now he's on a comeback trail. He damn near 40, so we'll see what he has left. And this is March the 16th, Queensberry Promotions. So that's what's up. The last one they had like this, it was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? That's when Nick Ball fought Isaac Dalby. So that's what it is. So that's the show right there. Feel free to ask any questions though. I can stay around for a minute or two. Yeah, man, that Boxing is Dead shit, that shit gets to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the ones who stand it still doing boxing content. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm different with shit because if I don't fuck with something, I'm dissing myself. You know what I'm saying? I go the other way. And no disrespect or nothing like that. I just let myself out. I let myself, you know, I don't like being around some shit that I don't fuck with. That's just life. If I don't really mess with nobody too tough, I just let myself out the situation. It's cool. No issues, no beef, and nothing like that. Why they can't do the same thing for boxing? Give up your contacts and bounce. Bro, I talk to this guy every day, talk to that guy. Bro, you don't want to be in boxing, give it to somebody that love it, and then move out. I always say that shit. Ever since I've been doing my YouTube. And when shit happen, don't go people's way, they ready to get out of boxing. I'm done with boxing. I'm done. I'm about to do this, and I'm done. But then they come right back. Why? Why is that? Boxing is dead. We're going to get the fights we want, all this shit, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? That shit kind of messed that shit up for me in a sense that I'm looking at it differently. Because I don't recall, like, when I was a kid or whatever, when I was younger, when I'd be like, yo, bro, this dude making... He making $2 million, $3 million. And though I know shit, like, and people get a misconception. A lot of people use me as a reference, right? And it's cool. And if they ask me a question about shit, like the shit with Knockout, salute to him. He asked me about the numbers and shit. I ain't lied to him about no numbers. And I don't have to go use nobody else shit. People took that as, oh, he hating. Man, ain't nobody never hating on no, like, so I'm hating on Devin Haney. Nobody never hated on no Devin Haney, bro. I be supporting his fights. I went to, like, 3 or 4 of his fights recently. No, I went to 2 of his fights, the fights he had in 2021. I went to both of those shits. Wow, I never hated on a boxer. You know what I'm saying? There's some good fighters I like more than others. But people ask me for information, I'm going to give it to them. I'll never give out no trash information. And if I mess up, I'm going to come back and tell you, hey, hold on, bro, hold on. Don't jump too fast. Let me make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like that because I remember I used to give the same people that was criticized or hating or not hating. I don't worry about the haters, but the same people that was saying, "Oh, LW and what he is," used to ask me for information behind the scenes too. I give them some shit, they run with it, and it's crazy. According to LW's boxing, yeah. But if it's the other way that don't fit your shit, then it's a problem. Man, I never have an issue. Um, the event with Haney versus Prograis, I love that shit, and I liked how they did it in San Francisco. And I said that I had people asking me like, "Bro, you think that fight gonna do good?" I said, "I don't know how it's gonna do at pay per view." Because pay-per-view you can't really judge that shit. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, ain't no really pay-per-view is really 100% accurate because we don't really know all these platforms and how you can buy it and whatever. But I said at the gate, hey, they gonna go crazy. They gonna go crazy out there, and they did. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like people, you get so tied in because it's like if you got a channel or you got a narrative that you pushing, and somebody can disagree with you, you take that as, oh, he hating on him. He hating on he this and he that on them. Or he don't fuck with them, or he, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I cover the sport, so it's like shit. If I say some shit, it's not the whatever. And you never seen. And look, if y'all notice, I never none of my content that I got. You can go through all my shit, my videos. I never got I'm dissing a fighter. There's never been a topic where I'm gonna put in my title, this fighter is trash, whatever it is, right? Now I speak my piece if it's on the topic, yeah. But I never did that to put that on a fighter. Never been that. So how can I be a hater? And I'm in a position where I can go if I go with narratives and clickbait, I would be the best at this shit because my knowledge and my shit is already solidified. Because you can take my word for shit now. Before 2019, 2018, 2020, I was doing the same shit I'm doing now. And people be like, man, where your source at? Drop your source. Not no more. Nah, So now I got the credibility to say, man, this dude right here, you know what I'm saying? And I get the benefit of the doubt. And people would come in, I would go crazy on that shit. But that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't feel right doing that because now you gotta slander somebody. You gotta tilt the truth. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bend the truth just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't break it. Don't go out and flat out lie. You gotta throw some. Okay, you gotta throw some damn truth around that lie to make it feel like a lie. I mean, feel like the truth. I don't got time for that shit. I just break it down the way I see it. And let guys know what's happening in the sport that they may not know. That's part of my thing too, because that's how I want to get my content. When I was go listen to people, I'm like, shit, when this dude gonna fight? Or you got the schedule, you got the boxing schedule? Because I be like, damn, it's a fight. It may be some fights like may not be on Top Rank, ESPN or something like that. It may be a fight in the UK I want to see. Because they known fighters. I'm like, bro, when they fighting? They were like, oh, I didn't even know he had a fight. You know, that type of shit. So I wanted to do it my way. So I can have all the information for myself and pass it along. I'm at Gregory Carmichael. What's good with you, bro? Salute. How's everything, bro? He said how they made it like that. The scorecard was way off. I don't know what they was watching. Yeah, I had Michaela winning that fight. He said facts. I had Michaela winning that fight though. I had Michaela winning 7 rounds to 3. Now it wasn't like a dominant 7 rounds to 3, but I didn't. You know, some of those rounds was kind of close because Jonas would start off early, doing well, and then Michaela would close. I thought Michaela, was kind of doing more in those rounds. And I thought the last 2 or 3 rounds, she really stepped that shit up to me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Hopefully they can run it back. Oh, yes, sir. Like, I ain't trying to be on that time, man. But it's crazy they say boxing is dead when they doing hella content. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know, man. I thought she wanted to fight, but I already know. Don't fall for the drama, yes sir. Yeah, I crushed that shit. I be loving all. You always get the real information. Oh yes sir. Got to. Keyshawn, yeah. Yeah, they. I mean, hopefully they can get a fight down at this year, man. Hopefully they should be able to. It all depends, man, what Top Rank trying to do. But yeah, that shit, homecoming weekend of Norfolk State, that shit go crazy. Yeah, she was working. Yeah, she was. She took it to her though late in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And Natasha Jones, I never felt that type of heat. You can look at her face and tell she was like, "Oh shit." But that was a good fight though. So I don't like to diminish from these ladies. I thought they both put on a great performance. You know what I'm saying? I thought Natasha Jones was doing some good stuff. You know, she was taking a walk. She was sitting trade a little bit. You know, I thought when she was at range and distance, she did well. But you know, when you screen robbery, you take it from the fighter a lot because the fighter actually went for her ass off. Yeah, it was a great performance. Both ladies put on a good performance, you know, as far as like, and that's it. When you say boxing is dead, then I fight like that. Oh, last weekend we had a great fight. Last weekend we had J. Hold on, we had a fight. G5 Jeff TV in the building. What's good with you, bro? My bro L the plug. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the super chat. No, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Maybe I take things too. Because when you say boxing is dead, I'm like, shit, man, what about this fight? Or what about this? And what about what we got coming? Now, there's a lot of shit that we can definitely clean up in boxing. You know what I'm saying? I think when these guys negotiate in public, I think that hurt the sport. And when we cover that shit, like every step of the way, Ryan Garcia said he want to fight Devin Haney. Tell Golden Boy make the fight. Nah, I'm gonna fight Rolly. Tell him I'm gonna switch my role. I'm gonna fight him. You know what? Nah, I ain't gonna fight him. Oh, they gonna give me Jose Ramirez? Nah, I don't wanna fight him. And people is doing it. Look at 2021, 2020. He said he was going to fight. No, 2021. He fought Luke Campbell. Then he said he going to fight Tank. They going to fight. He got a deal in place to face Pacquiao. He going to do, man, bro, ain't nobody listening. I ain't even put up for that. I appreciate that, bro. Sure, it's cool with me. It don't bother me. If he going to make the fights, cool. I never been the one to be on no side of the street. You gonna make this, you know, to fights like that. So I don't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Al gonna go do no business with him, but I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's cool that I ain't tripping out what dude doing. Yeah, it is for real. Right. Only casuals man say boxing is dead. Nah, there's people that got YouTube channels, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe I don't know. The casuals are not saying that. The casuals not saying boxing. No, they only go off what they hear. They'll click on YouTube and go whatever and see a boxing channel, and they off of that. So, and most of the people that got YouTube channels, boxing channels, are, you gotta say they're hardcore fans because they've been doing content for years. Maybe they're the news to make themselves, but they know what's going on in the. So that's what they. For casuals, don't care. They walking down the street of Vegas and see a billboard. That's how they be. They go to TikTok, see a couple of clips or something. That's to get their news. You know what I'm saying? They don't be complaining because they don't really care. they only they only here for a second. But yeah, what yo? Oh man, look. How many look? We would probably never coming from a like I need to know snakes are coming after y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's boxing at the end of the day. We know we in it. We know what we get ourselves into when we watch boxing and we see stuff happening and shit. It's a lot of shit that I don't be agreeing with. You know what I'm saying? How they do these fighters and shit. Like Ray Ford been with Matchroom from the when he came over to take over the U.S. market. Ray Ford was a key signing, right? Build Ray Ford all the way up to be a #1 contender, and Eddie lose the purse bid, and that Top Rank got it. I don't think that's because I feel like shit. You done put all boom, doing all this shit, and now when it get to real crunch time, you got it. Go ahead, Top Rank. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that that's crazy. But watching the fight, no, because I think I'm gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? No, that's why I'll never understand that. I like these. Every time I go to the event, everything is cool. The only thing is like the people that feel like if you guessing some shit like me, I do a lot of educating shit I don't know, but if I do something, if it's off, shit, that's not gonna happen. So tell me what's gonna happen then. You know what I'm saying? Everything's like a secret, but it's cool though. I understand it because I'm a support anyway. It's cool, but it's just like don't try to like put me down because it might be off the mark. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I speak a lot anyway, so I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I used to be. I changed the way I do shit, my thinking on shit because I used to try to push shit out and forth like, hey, no, look at me, I got this right. I do it and show receipts sometimes, whatever, but it's not as much. I kind of pull back from that rhetoric because I just want to make sure myself I'm proven. I feel like I'm proving that I'm good. Like I do that shit sometimes just to remind people, oh yeah, I talked about this shit like 3 months ago, whatever. But now that I do it, is meaning behind it, if it makes sense. But still, I just want to make sure everybody to the whole my platform perform as much as I can. I only follow. Yes, sir. Home court advantage in Saudi. So I know the Prince Haney going. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he should. I think Haney gonna fight over there anyway. JC, what's good with you, bro? Haney been wanting to fight over there anyway. He wanted the Loma fight over there. I get it though. And I get it. Like Tank going over there and fight. That's what he want. I see both ways. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the fight. If it's gonna help to get the fight, then I don't care. To be honest, it really don't matter. Like honestly, boxing has changed so much because it's like I remember when they used to have fights in the UK. Some shit used to come on in the, you know what I'm saying, like they used to show them on HBO like tape delayed or whatever, or they'll show it like at 5 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm all about doing my thing. I had to slide back in to watch the fight and go, you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? nowadays it's a norm to watch fights in the afternoon. If it's a matchroom show, it's a norm that, oh shit, that shit gonna come on. You know, for me, I'm on the West Coast. The card gonna start at 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? 2 o'clock on the East Coast. So it's like it's a norm now. My mind is programmed. So if you're telling me Tank and Haney is gonna fight in Saudi on pay-per-view, and I'm gonna miss that shit, you crazy as hell. I was up early as hell. The day of reckoning card started at 8 o'clock West Coast. And that card went forever. I don't think AJ got in the ring like maybe like 4 o'clock my time. That card ran a long ass time. So to me, that ain't no issue. That ain't no issue. Now I get it from the promoters and shit side. My man Winston Lee in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. I get it from the promoter side. Al Heyman, them. I mean, they got this new platform and shit, and they doing business with. They gonna do their thing, you know. So, and I get they don't want to give up their number one guy as far as money, other than Canelo. I say Tank is their number one guy because he's a PBC lifer. I feel like Canelo just in there get his bread, he out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get that part. Another thing too with boxing and shit, you know, a lot of it's not really, it's a lot of the fans that mess it up for the sport of boxing too. There be a lot of the fans that's knowledgeable in the sport, they'll mess it up because they support one side or another, right? So when you want asking for big fights, cross promotional fights, they don't like that shit. They wanted that shit to stay in-house. I had a tweet earlier this week when I said something about that. It was a little bit of sarcasm, but at the end of the day, I'm on the record to say no more. Let's everything stay in-house. No more cross-promotional fights. Keep it in-house. It's a league. It's basically a league. You got the PBC got their own league. They got hella fighters. Matchroom got their own shit. Queensberry, all that. So all the big time promoters, Top Rank, they got their own stable and they got their own network. Those guys do in-house fights. Keep it like that, bro. Because now the fans won't have to be asking for a good ass fight that's a cross promotional fight. You know what I'm saying? We won't be asking for that shit no more. We won't even bother. Y'all in the same league? Okay, we don't want to see that fight. We ain't gonna ask for it. Keep it over there. So now the smaller promoters like Salida, 360, all the other smaller promoters, you know, maybe they can work together with the big promoters and whatever. And maybe they have to do a deal or something. Hey, we're gonna work with you this year. We're gonna work with PBC and have fights with our guys versus PBC guys or whatever. However you want to do it. But you know, people on this internet, it's crazy how they they go crazy for a network or a brand, and they kind of take away from other fights from happening. Because it should be like a free for all. The best fights to happen. Okay, the best fight from each division should happen. That's how I feel. No matter what division it is, or what network, what platform, whatever you have, that should be the best fight. That should be the fight that happens in every division. Every year, we should get the best fight. Yeah, that's how it be. They'll tear one down and everything. That's what this whole Saudi thing is coming into fruition. But I don't know. I feel like if PBC was in Saudi, and that shit would be, everything would be cool. Like, oh man, this is some great shit. But I get it though, you know. But I'm cool with it. Just don't lie to me and shit. Don't just say, you know, oh, we trying to make the best fight happen in the sport of boxing. You gotta preference that a different way. We're trying to make the best fights on our side of the street, or we're trying to make the best fights for PBC for us, and that's cool though. That's cool. The best fight for Top Rank. We want to make the best fight inside our stable. So you want to sign with Top Rank? I think that's when more fighters will probably try to get to those bigger platforms. So you know those are the fights you're trying to get. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't be tripping off no network. I feel like when people like, I'm a Deontay Wilder guy, right? So I gotta, if I ride with Deontay, that means I'm gonna take the views of other people, or I'm gonna take, one sided PBC or one sided this way, or whatever. Bro, I have my own shit. I like what I like, and I'm just in a situation where I love all boxing. Like when any promoter or network lay out a schedule for me, I'm with it. I'm with it. Partly because if it's close to me, like Cali, Vegas, I can make it. That's one. And then two is like shit. I want to know what like. In my mom, like all these fights going together. I'm like shit. Now I can know how to process my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, this dude gonna fight on the 17th, blah blah blah. I like that shit. It gives fans something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? So if Matchroom drop a schedule, I think Matchroom got some fights and shit. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Same with anybody that drop a schedule. So I don't know. I look at this boxing shit a little different. So if you're looking from my lens, you're looking for somebody that's already. I'm gonna be in the sport regardless. So whatever happens, I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And you rarely see me turn the shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's like, bro, you just gonna shit in your house, but you gotta come right back to your house with the shit in your house, the shit smell, all that shit, fucking up your carpet, all that shit. You gotta come right back here. So I don't know. You don't have to, but I know I'm not leaving the sport of boxing unless shit. I don't know. That's just what it is for me. Just me being. So I look at shit kind of different. You know what I'm saying? And I would never understand a person hating boxing and can't stand it, and then still doing content on the regular. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. I don't believe in like, if you got haters and shit, then keep your enemies close. I don't believe in that shit. Keep them dudes way over there, far away from me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But we got some good fights coming up though. You know what I'm saying? Me get off my soapbox, get back to this boxing shit. We got some good shit coming up. I'll be back tomorrow to break down the upcoming fight week. We got Jaime Munguia versus John Ryder. I spoke on the undercard. I think the undercard is pretty solid. You have a 360 promotions card next week. We're gonna touch on that. Then we're gonna be getting into February. We got a big month of February. Teofimo doing a Super Bowl week. We got Conor Ben in Vegas. We got some shit coming down. We got the undisputed card of Shaqy Foster versus Abraham Nova. This shit off the top that I'm thinking about. I think Berlinga's on the 24th. So yeah, it's gonna start picking up. You know what I'm saying? January, it haven't been too bad. We got some storylines and shit. We got the return of Virgil Ortiz. We had the Mayor fight, Mayor and Natasha Jonas. That was good. We had Turbiev last week with Callum Smith. So good storylines. Next week is an important fight for Munguia because his name is in the hat for Canelo, from all accounts. You know what I'm saying? I know it came out that Canelo and Charlo gonna fight Jamal Charlo, but we have to see though. See, we still a little minute for they announce the fights. So, and the way to announce the fights, man, they probably announce May 4th, April. You know what I'm saying? They may announce the 2 weeks out, and then you'll get the undercard like 3 weeks out, within a month. So it's all good though, as long as they make this or there's fights happening, we gonna be good. That's what it is, man. I want to see everybody come. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to drop a comment if you listen to the playback. I appreciate it. Follow me on my Instagram, tap into the website. I'm about to update the schedule as soon as I get off of here. And I'll be back tomorrow. Set your notifications. You know what I'm saying? If you want to schedule, man. It's all good. Man, I appreciate you, bro. Dude. Yes, sir. Hope everybody enjoy the rest of your day. That's my time, and I'm out.